Welcome to Aesthetics by Swanson, where everything is aesthetic. This is episode 12, The Female's Recomposition Guide. This is going to be a fire podcast. Don't forget to give us a rating, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's interact. If you got any questions about this podcast, don't forget to drop a comment, like, share, subscribe. Once again, this is episode 12, The Female's Recomposition Guide. Make this mother go viral because I'm about to drop some bars. I'm about to drop the fire. Call the fireman. Facts. Or woman. All right. This is going to be the ultimate guide. This is the guide to pretty much end all guides. Because I'm going to be answering a lot of body composition goals in this, just within the questions and the topic. So here we go. Coaching programs in the bio. Workout programs in the bio. Click on that link. Let's get it popping. Here we go. Number one, before we get on the body composition portion, let's hit the nutrition like I say in all the manuals. So if you got the Peach program, the Greek God program, the Aesthetic Beachbody program, that comes with how I break the nutrition down. And I make it very simple in a way that people can understand, and I completely destroy the whole keto craze and the demonizing of carbs craze. I destroy all of that in that manual. It's all about overall calories, getting 1 gram per pound, and knowing your goal. So that brings me to my first point. Before we even get on it's going into the body composition portion. What is your goal? Well, let's determine our goal. And I'm going to break it down in all different patterns, so just hang with me. Ladies, if you're quote unquote skinny, your goal would be to simply build muscle mass on your frame. Ladies, if you're quote unquote skinny fat, you need to go into a calorie deficit and get that Peach program. Facts. Because that's going to shape and tone and build your whole entire body and get rid of that unnecessary body fat that you don't like. Okay? You don't like it. You don't like what you see in the mirror. You can change what you see in the mirror by changing yourself first, and then the mirror reflection will change. So, and then if you're if you're at a higher body fat percentage, go into a calorie deficit. So I'm speaking on the parameters of you're not skinny fat, but you're on the higher body fat scale and you need to come down. Go into a calorie deficit and then dial in the nutrition and get that Peach program or the Aesthetics Beachbody program or Beach Glutes. Facts. You won't regret it. You'll only benefit from it. So we got to know what that goal is first. And I forgot this last one. If you just want to maintain what you have, just make sure that you're getting 1 gram per pound and you're running the programs accordingly. And that's it. That's it. So once we have the goal, the body composition goal, what body composition we're going after, now, and then once the nutrition is dialed in, now we can get the training dialed in. A lot of people do it backwards. They get the training down and then they freak out and they're like, well, it's not working. I'm not seeing results. When unbeknownst to them, they're not even getting 1 gram per pound. They're just jerking the weight up. They're thinking that they're going to grow, and they don't even have the initial goal. That's why I say in all the manuals, ladies and men, but specifically ladies in this podcast, you have to know your goal. Guide yourself. Understand what your goal is and stick to that goal. Most of y'all just want a fantastic ass and a nice toned upper body. That's achievable, but you got to write that down. You got to program that down, dial in the nutrition in accordance with that goal, and then the training will start. Which brings me to number 3. Once you have found the nutritional goal, now we have to find the physical goal and dial in the training. So again, like I said before on the previous podcast, hypertrophy and aesthetics go hand in hand. People are confused. Ladies, a lot of y'all are confusing training super, super heavy for aesthetics and thinking that that's going to grow your glutes. That's not necessarily what it is. When we're talking about the training aspect of body composition, we're just trying to stimulate growth and then let the food and the recovery build the body anew. Like, have those glutes popping. When you're in a calorie deficit and you're, like I said, skinny fat, and you're trying to change the body composition, once you're building muscle and you're losing fat at the same time, yes, it can be done. That's called a body recomp. Then you're going to start seeing the glutes popping because the glutes are building, the body is building, and then the body fat is coming down simultaneously while the muscle's popping through. That's how you do it. A lot of y'all are going about it wrong. The nutrition's not dialed in. There is no goal. And then you're lifting heavy and expecting the result of having phenomenal physique. It doesn't quite work that way. You got to dial yourself in. See? So training for aesthetics is linked to hypertrophy. We're just trying to stimulate growth. So if you haven't listened to the first episode, How to Actually Build Muscle, please go back and listen to that because I go into that episode a little bit more in depth. But as far as the training goes, Peach program, 1000% for maximum growth. And the rep range you should be training in, like I say in all the manuals for aesthetics/hypertrophy, is going to be around the 10 to 15 rep range. Okay, we're just trying to stimulate growth. We're not power lifters in this context. Now, if you train for hypertrophy, will you get stronger? Yes, it's a byproduct of that. But as far as comparing it to actual strength, like training like a power lifter, no, but you're still going to be strong and you're going to look like you actually lift because you're training for hypertrophy. So ladies, let's get after it this year and forever. Going to number 4, if you're quote unquote skinny. Okay, if you're quote unquote skinny, go into a calorie surplus, Peach program. If you're in a maintenance phase and you want to maintain what you have or you already have and you want to build upon what you already have, run that maintenance phase and maintenance calories and get the Peach program. If you're at a higher body fat, like I said, go into a calorie deficit, run the Peach program, and watch the results come online. See what I'm saying? That's it. You don't have to cut carbs. You don't have to do keto. You don't have to suffer. None of that. None of that. That's literally the ultimate female recomposition guide. If I miss anything, please, let's interact. A lot of y'all are training wrong. Your diet is not in accordance with your training, and you're going about it the wrong way. You don't need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 glute days. You only need about 2 leg days within the week, and then you need to train the rest of your body. You're not going to look like a man. You're not going to look like the Abomination. You're not going to look like a male superhero. You're going to look like Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman's not even really super jacked like that. But y'all get what I'm saying. You're going to look aesthetic when you train your full body, not just your glutes, hamstrings, quads, and calves. You have to train the full body and then let the nutrition build your body anew. That's it. That's literally it. And men, if you're listening to this podcast, this goes for you too because it's very universal. I don't even think I need to make a male recomposition guide because it's so universal. And I want to end with this. Ladies, there is a genetic component to having a snatched waist, like I said before. However, the snatched waist is still an illusion because a lot of females that have it naturally, like a smaller waist naturally, their hips are wider and then their upper body is like smaller. So they have like, they're pear-shaped. So still in this context, they have a lower body fat percentage. So it's still an illusion. And when you grow the upper body and you have the wide back and then you have the glutes that are popping, when you get lean, your waist is going to look even more aesthetic. You see what I'm saying? So all in all, okay, John, what are you saying? All in all, anybody can have a snatched waist. You can build upon it. And if you have it naturally, it's going to be even more pronounced. like me as a man. I naturally have a small waist, and I have that amazing male superhero V-taper. When I get down to like 183, 186, which is where I'm at now, it looks even better because I already naturally have it. So I want to end on this. I swear I'm going to end on this. You can't get something that you already have. You can only build on what you have and grow upon what you have. So it goes back to the whole abs thing. You don't get abs. You have abs. You build on the abs that you already have. You can't get something that you already have. When you come out the womb, you are already given. You already came into this existence with everything that you need to succeed. And your parents and the situations and circumstances around you, that is simply just a mere guide. Whether they be good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. It's just a guide. And it is our job when we reach the stage of maturity to take back control of our mind, body, and spirit. Okay? Okay, your parents didn't feed you. You're an adult now. What are we doing now? Okay, your calves are lacking. You can't pull the G card if you're not getting 1 gram per pound. You can't pull and if you don't know what the G card, I'm talking about genetics. You can't pull the genetics card if training isn't dialed in, a goal isn't dialed in, and nutrition isn't dialed in. You can't bitch and complain and say, my calves are small, when we all know good goddamn well you're not getting 1 gram per pound and you're not training for hypertrophy. You're jerking the weight and you're not even getting full range of motion in. Facts. You have no one to get mad at but yourself. Look at that person in the mirror and say, you're not growing because you're not conscious of the training. Facts. You can't pull the G card if you don't have the other boxes checked off. Okay? So I want to end on that. Guys, I love you. This has been episode 12 of the Females Recomposition Guide. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give us a rating. And remember, you have the power. Bye.